What's good, everybody? It's your boy Patrick. Today's vid, back at the gym, of course, chilling outside, just pulled up for pre-workout. Shameless plug, you already know your boy. I don't talk about it too often because I don't want to spam you guys. I don't want to make myself a billboard, but I am working with Jacked Factory, so the pre-workout for today is 1 scoop of an Unfinished series, and then we have half a scoop of the pump serum. So this Unfinished series is pretty much my daily pre. I take like 1 scoop a day, and it's like 260 milligrams of caffeine, and then all the other good pump products. And then I also supplement it with a little bit of half scoop of non-stim just for extra pump. So I mix and match my pre's, but they basically put me on, they send me all my shit, and that's what I've been using for like literally the last 6 months. So if you do want to cop anything from Jacked Factory, code Patrick, gonna save you 15%. But yeah, it's a chest day, it's a push day. It's my first push day of the week, my A rotation. We did make some changes to the setup. As you can see, we're literally filming on your eyeballs right now. You guys are standing with me in the parking lot, standing right in front of me. So the quality is already getting up. Like I said, the mic should be better, so you should be able to hear me, and should be able to hear me, especially when we get into the gym. But yeah, man, I'm hyped for this session. It's gonna be a good one. I got that Hardstyle in my brain from all those TikToks I've been watching, and we're gonna crack on with it. So let's go. All right, so this video, it's gonna be like a bunch of tips how to grow your chest. But one thing about this is this video is not for anyone with perfect chest insertions. So you guys are already blessed. I'm not giving y'all any tips. So if you have perfect chest insertions, click off this video right now and don't listen to any of this advice because you already have an unfair advantage. Now, if you're like me with a chest gap, I'm gonna throw some pics up. Terrible chest gap, right? So it is what it is. We still gotta grow our chest regardless. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job of bringing my chest up, even with not the best like chest insertions and not the best nipple placements. So I'm gonna give y'all tips how I did that and how y'all can do the same. But once again, if you have perfect chest insertions, I hate you, and click off the video. But if you don't, I got you. So first tip is gonna be super obvious. Everyone already knows this, so I'm not gonna talk about it for too long. My muscle connection. For me, I'm very shoulder. The first thing I wanna talk about is pretty simple. I don't wanna go too deep into it because everyone already knows it. My muscle connection. For me, genetically, I'm very shoulder and tricep dominant. When I bench press, never felt my chest. My chest grew a bit, but not as much as I would like for the amount of weight I was pushing. So my muscle connection, how are you gonna build that up? The way that I did it, I took like a month out of my training where I just did every single movement. I just did it like with less weight and just did a 5-second negative on every single rep. In about a month, you're gonna start really feeling that you have a mind-muscle connection and you know exactly what muscle fibers you wanna target. So for me, since my chest, I never had a good mind-muscle connection with it. When I started slowing down all my movements, dropping the weight on all my movements is when I really felt, oh, now my chest fibers are actually working. I can feel them fully stretch when I'm doing a negative on movements, and I feel it really contract when I do the concentric on every movement. So my muscle connection, very important if you want to grow any body part, but for me, it was a big difference when it comes to the chest. Just smile. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
All right, so the next tip I'm gonna give, stability, okay? A lot of people, when you're a beginner, I get that a lot of people say you should work on your compounds to build up your foundation. I agree with that. Once you're a year in though, I think that's when you can start specializing. So if you really want to grow your chest, you want to limit any stability. So a lot of people say, yo, using the Smith machine is so extra, using all these machines extra. If you watch this workout, I'm really not doing anything that's like free weights. Everything is on a machine. Machines are going to give you more stability, which is going to allow you to target certain muscle groups better. So for me, if I struggle already targeting my chest, why would I use a free weight that's going to cause me to use stability, which is going to limit how much I can actually target the muscle group? That's why I use things like incline Smith. Adds the stability. I don't need to worry about stabilizing. I just need to worry about connecting with my chest, stretching it on the way down, contracting on the way up. So last tip, or next tip, is going to be stability. Do things that allow you to target the muscle specifically and take other muscle groups and other connective tissue or stabilizer muscles out of the movement. That way you can focus on what you want to actually focus on.
Or you fucking powerlifting, don't need to worry about that shit.
Yeah, if you powerlift, like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, that's fucked up. If you powerlift, that's fucked up. Bro.
1, 2, 3.
This is how fucked up I am. I literally went through every single bench in the gym to find the exact bench that I used last time so that I can progressive overload and I can stay consistent with what I'm doing. There's like 3 different benches here. They're all different mates. They're all slightly on a different angle. I literally just tested every single bench and I finally found the one that I need. So now I gotta put these away. It's more energy to find the bench than to do my sets. That's the problem. The next tip, I said in the last video, don't gas yourself on the warm-ups. That was not easy, but look at my face. Am I gassed? No. My chest is warm. Now we're gonna work up to fucking failure. That top set failure. Don't gas yourself too early. Don't do 50 reps of a light weight. For what? Get yourself tired. Why? Focus on the progressive overload. Focus on the top set. All right? Undershot it a little bit, not feeling 110%. I had a slight elbow tweak last week on my other push day. Nothing too serious, but you all know I've had this like a little nagging injury, so probably gonna throw on my elbow sleeves. Haven't used them in like 6 months, but just gonna do that for a little bit extra protection, a little bit extra blood flow, and just so that, you know, we're not risking anything. But today might be take a step back to take 2 steps forward later on. So it happens sometimes, but it's just how we do it. Elbow sleeves on. I feel like a 60-year-old man, but you know, can't really risk anything. It's not really like painful, so don't think I'm an idiot and don't think I'm like trying to push through pain, but it just like feels like there's something like there. If it starts hurting, obviously I'll stop, but it's just a little bit of like interesting feeling to say the least. So we're gonna take our precautions, we're gonna push it safely, and then we'll just go from there. We're getting finesse. Gym's empty, but all the machines you want are taken, so improvise a little bit. All right, so another tip. People don't want to take advantage of all the movements, okay? They have their certain order where 95% of people, is what I see, they wonder why their chest doesn't grow. Every single workout is bench, then they do 4x12 on incline, dumbbell press, then they do chest cable flies, and then they do shoulders and triceps. You guys gotta take advantage of all the exercises, okay? Right here, seated cable fly or seated cable press. I don't see a lot of people doing seated cable presses. I don't know why. It's a great way to overload the chest in the shortened position, right? And people just don't take advantage of it. They just treat the cable fly. I think it's one of the best movements for your chest. And once I've kind of like taken it seriously, almost like this one exercise, I've seen a lot of growth and it's really like boomed my mind muscle connection. A lot of people just see the cable fly as a burnout, throw it on at the end of their workout when they're dead. barely use any effort. They just go through the motions, get a nice pump, and then that's it. I think cable flies are super underrated for like an actual mass builder, and like a lot of people don't do them, and a lot of people don't put effort into them. So as you can see today, we're doing them the second exercise in the rotation. So we warmed up with them. That was like a half-ass just warm up. Then we went to our compound, and now we're back on it, but now we're gonna do it hard. We're actually gonna track the numbers we do so that we can progress on it. Another tip isn't really specific for the chest, but really any body part. Wear dresses in the gym. Like you see this? Sheesh. When you wear a 4XL, you look tiny. Even though I am tiny, you look even smaller than you are. That just puts you in demon mode because you look in the mirror and you're like, why is this kid 115 pounds? And then you just go crazy because you just want to get big. So wear a dress in the gym. That's for any body part. Doesn't really have to do with the chest, but it puts you on demon time. All right, 245 on here. This is gonna be the top set. Usually I would do heavier, but since people were on the machines he wanted, we had to swap out and do the cable flies first. Not a problem. But we're just gonna do this as a top. We're gonna aim 10 to 12, and then we're gonna do a rest pause. Basically, a rest pause is you just do a certain amount of weight, you save for a certain amount of reps, and then you rest and you pause in between. So last time I did 235 for 21, and it took me like 4 minutes, but it is what it is. Those rest pauses are insane for like adding a ton of fucking volume to your chest. So that's another tip, rest pauses, but this is gonna be our top set, and then I'll show you guys that after. Fuck it. We gotta grow. We gotta grow. Damn it. Sorry. We'll take 11 or 9. I gotta watch it back. I don't even remember. All right, another tip for your chest, don't get married to any one exercise. Myself, and I feel like a lot of people get married to certain exercises just because. That flat press I was doing in the last chest video, I was actually regressing on that, and I had 3 weeks in a row of not seeing progress on it and actually going backwards. Even though I love that machine, even though I feel that machine a lot and I feel like it gave me a lot of growth, I can't just keep smashing my head against the wall on something that's not gonna move, right? So I took it out of the rotation, I switched up a couple things, I actually lowered the volume slightly, and I found that my workouts got back to being good, and my sessions got back to progressing every session. So don't get married to any one exercise, don't get married to flat barbell bench, don't get married to incline, don't get married to flies. Just do what works, and when something stops working, make some tweaks, make some changes, and find something else that's gonna work, and that's it. No good tracks. Yo, if you're watching this, DM me on Instagram your favorite lifting song. My playlist is hella old. I gotta skip through it just to find one fire track. So go send me some good stuff. Rush pause at 20, so 4 more. always think about this. When you look at yourself on like a day-to-day timeline, you feel like shit, or like a week-by-week timeline, you feel like you're not doing enough, you feel like you're not progressing. But like when you look back at like yourself a year ago, or 6 months ago, or a year and a half, or 2 years ago, and you see the drastic changes that like your everyday habits make, it's unreal. So like, you kind of, if you're ever feeling like in a rut or something, try to like zoom out. Always like zoom out, see a long-term horizon, see how far you've come, and realize how much more further you have to go, you know? Top set though, that's the height before the top set. Think about that.
On the top, got the same sound. Everything I'm about to drop, make a name now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Yeah, I ain't never gonna be the same now. I'ma tear up this whole fucking game now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. I got so many bars, call it kamikaze. Ain't nobody ever gonna ever stop me. And I know that I could be a little cocky. That's the byproduct of hard work, no it's not free. I'm at a top speed, I think you lost me. Do not cross me, I keep dropping all these hits and I know that they watching. They keep showing up in my place, always knocking. Knock, knock, bitch, I've been standing right here. Been over 3 years and then you just got here. Man, get me a beer and open up.
I feel like a detective, and like it's like my fucking briefcase with like all my shit in it. Like, look at it, just to get one thing. Look at all this shit I gotta take care of. My freaking gadgets. The problems of being extra. It's what I deserve. It's my fault. So it is what it is. Fucking doing laundry at the gym, man. Doing laundry at the gym. Put my dress away.
Everybody on the top got the same sound. Everything I'm about to drop, make a name now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know.
I'm gassed, bro. I'm gassed.
Everybody on the top got the same sound. Everything I'm about to drop, make a name now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Yeah, I ain't never gonna be the same now. I'ma tear up this whole fucking game now. Yeah, y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know. Y'all don't really know, y'all don't really know.
Yeah, piss to failure?
Piss to failure.
Yo, you're fucking pissing Niagara Falls right now, bro. Why is it?
Bro, I got a strong screen. Alright, so that's gonna wrap it up for the workout and for the video. Those are pretty much my tips. Someone with shitty chest genetics, you can still grow double Ds. Like, it sucks, it's harder, but it can still be done. If you found these tips helpful, let me know in the comments down below. Drop a like rating. The last tip before I leave y'all, intensity. Doesn't really matter what you do if you're not training with intensity. So that's gonna be the most important thing no matter what. All the extra shit, all the extra tips that I gave you guys, that is what you add on top of the intensity balls to the wall training. So it's gonna wrap up the vid. If you're new, subscribe. More quality content now that I have your eyeballs right now, that's why it's so clear. And new vids come in every week.